And welcome to part 4.
And welcome to part 4.
Of Tom Rowe.
Oh, Tom Rowe. That's out.
I'm Mike Hogan. He's DJ Smooth.
DJ Smooth.
You can't do that if you're DJ Smooth. That kills it.
I can't say my own name if I'm DJ Smooth.
But you don't sound like that. You gotta be smooth.
Go DJ Smooth.
There you go. You ran over everybody.
DJ Smooth. AKA Justin Carter of Carter's Corner.
Well, let's get going. Let's go if we run out more time here.
We will run out of time. That thing's too much fun.
Because people will fast forward.
It will. Don't fast forward over the megaphone.
We'll be like,
Disrespectful. Disrespectful.
and we'll go 10 times, part 3. You know, like what the hell? So 10 times WCW went too far.
Too far.
Last week we did 10 through 6. Now we're doing 5 to 1. Number 5, Bash at the Beach 2000. Vince Russo was a big supporter of Jeff Jarrett. You know, double J-E-double-F, J-A-double-R-E, double T.
His F-I-R-E-D.
And wanted him to win the WCW World Heavyweight Championship.
Again.
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
Brother. Hogan, who had creative control in his claws,
That's
of course
stupid.
he did, said he didn't want to put Jarrett over.
That's sad.
That sounds... Who else do we know who wears red and yellow now
Exactly.
and doesn't want to put people over?
Sad.
No wonder Hogan loves him.
Exactly.
Russo turned this into a story where at the Bash of the Beach, Jarrett simply laid down to Hogan
Exactly.
for the pin. And know what? Bash of the Beach 2000, you can watch it on the network.
For $9.99.
And you can see this,
You can
where
see.
Jarrett just lays down.
It's true.
The plan was for Russo to fire Hulk Hogan.
Russo or Rusev? I think
Russo.
you went Rusev there on that one.
Yeah, Russo.
Close
Russo defied. Speaking of Russo, you think they should rehire him for the WWE? You
No.
don't think it'll help?
No, because then he had to quit doing Pyro and Baho, or whatever it's called.
Just wondering.
Weird.
Declared Jarrett the true WCW champion with
After
a
firing
champions
Hogan,
with a
that's crazy.
championship match later down the line. When it was time for Russo
There you go.
to cut a promo,
Pro Bowl.
Hogan and Bischoff had already left.
Uh-oh.
Russo's tirade against Hogan was extremely negative and inflammatory. And he announced Booker T
Look at you. Exactly.
and Jeff Jarrett J.E.W.T.
Exactly.
for the real WCW title later that night.
Right.
So we get 2 title matches. In the wake of this, Hogan sued for defamation of character.
Oh, man. But the case was quickly dismissed.
But the case was quickly dismissed.
I'm helping.
Thank you. It generally considered that everything up until Hogan leaving was a work, and everything after was a shoot. With Russo double-crossing Hogan, knowing he wasn't even in the arena. It's best to talk about something that you know that ain't there.
That's right.
That's what I do about you.
I hear you.
See no lover. Hopefully, however, revolutionary Russo tried to be,
Trying to be
yeah. Okay. It backfired on him by confusing the fans and the boys. As well, making sure Hogan never appeared on WCW again.
Still got paid for quite a while, though. Number 4, Monday, the 4th of January, 1999. One of Eric Bischoff's and WCW's most well-tested battle plans during the Monday Night War was to learn the result of the pre-taped episodes of Raw and reveal them on air. This provided to
Shawn
be...
Michaels beats nobody.
Who?
Shawn Michaels beats nobody.
Nobody?
And Intercontinental titles is defended.
There you
Okay,
go.
stay with us live right here on WCW.
Exactly. This proved to be the biggest misfire in the entire war and possibly the last nail in the WCW coffin.
Alright, Tony Schiavone, how did you say this?
Exactly. On January the 4th, 1999, Tony Schiavone announced,
It's your job, Tony. You can say it.
if you're ever thinking
I know where you're at, so I can read
if
it.
you're even thinking about changing the channel to our competition, fans, do not! Because we understand that Mick Foley, who wrestled here one time as Cactus Jack, is going to win their world title.
Ugh. That's gonna put some butts in the seats.
What was intended to be a flappant remark about how unnecessary Raw was proved to be WCW's undoing, as reportedly 600,000 fans switched the channel to see Mrs. Foley's baby boy was going to win the world title. That's not all, though. It's January the 4th saw the infamous finger poke of doom incident where instead of clashing for the championship, Nash sold a finger poke from Hogan like a knockout blow, allowing Hogan to win the title and reunite NWO. These two factors came together to decide.
And that's when the rest of them turned over to WWE.
Thank you. To decide the fate of the Monday Night Wars, WCW never won the ratings battle again from this point forward.
Your turn here.
I'll get it.
Number 3, RoboCop.
Stupid!
That's about all I got. No. The
And that's
crossover
it.
between wrestling and mainstream popular culture are to be expected. It was with a rock and wrestling connection to
'Cause
help
it
launch
worked.
WrestleMania.
But that worked.
But WCW took entirely the wrong tack in 1990, folks, when Sting, who was still in his bright orange and surfer days, had been feuding with the Four Horsemen.
Woo!
Thank you. And needed backup, so he enlisted the help of Detroit's greatest hero, the one-man war on crime.
RoboCop.
It did sound like it was 2 hours.
RoboCop.
I could make it louder.
RoboCop.
Oh my gosh.
After weeks of teasing, an alliance between the Stinger and RoboCop,
Uh-oh.
it all came to head at Capital Combat in 1990. The Horsemen locked Sting in a cage.
Not a cage.
No!
Get me
not
out
a
of here!
cage!
Get me out of here!
And out came RoboCop to
No.
tear the door off and chase away the hills.
No way.
Unfortunately, this wasn't the last time. 8 years later.
Chucky.
Yeah, not RoboCop.
No, thank goodness.
Chucky, the doll, the serial killer doll, would cut a promo on Rick Steiner. So
That's funny because that leads to our next celebrity, David Arquette.
Okay.
You can have that. Number 2, Dubious World Champions. Another terrible example of WCW getting cross-promotion with mainstream media entirely wrong is David Arquette's title run. Arquette was a huge wrestling fan and was up here. I'm a huge wrestling fan, don't mean I'm the champion. All right.
No, that's true. Look at him.
I'm telling you.
Not championship material
Not
for
at all.
anybody.
Not at all.
Nobody.
Nobody. And was appearing on WCW promoting his latest film, Ready to Rumble.
Okay, movie.
It's pretty funny.
It is.
I will crown you.
You know what his name was?
It's King something, anyway.
It was
Jimmy King.
Jimmy
Judy.
King. Jimmy, I will crown you.
Because you remember when Sting broke his back in Arizona, he returned 2 weeks later.
That's true. He ended up in a match tagging with DDP against Eric Bischoff and Jeff Jarrett with a stipulation.
That's JEFFJR. Jeff Jarrett.
With the stipulation being whoever got the pin won the title. David Arquette pinned Bischoff and won the title from his own tag team partner. That's when DDP should have turned heel.
The hell you don't say.
I do say.
Okay.
Luckily, he only kept the title for just under a month before turning heel on
That's
DDP
long enough. That's too long.
and allowing Jarrett to win it from him. But it was the final straw in the eyes of many WCW fans. It's worth noting that Arquette
That was the straw that he broke the camel's back?
Right.
That.
Knew that the reaction he would get and was opposed to becoming the champion. He also donated all of his WCW pay to the families of Owen Hart. I didn't know this one. I knew about Brian Pillman. Owen Hart, Brian Pillman, and Darren Drozdov.
Sweet man.
I didn't know
Does
it was all
not
three.
need to be WCW champion.
You notice he gave the money to WWE people? Ha I didn't even like WCW.
Well, the WWE people were hurt. So.
That's true, because WCW people only work like once a month. Anyway, because they all had them good contracts. Unfortunately, this wasn't just a one-time blunder by the late era WCW management. In 2000, Russo had booked himself in a steel cage match for the championship with Booker T. The match ended when Goldberg interfered and speared Russo through the cage, causing Russo to win the championship, although he would surrender the next day, and Russo also got a concussion from that spear too.
Well, that's stupid.
That is stupid.
You should not be an owner of a company and win the title, or be a writer and win the title. No, no, no.
That's
No,
like
no
Jim-
actor.
That's
No
like
actor.
Jim Ross would have done.
Yeah, it would be.
It would be.
Now, okay, if you want to have somebody like Arnold come on the show and give them a belt,
Amen.
that's fine. But no. No.
No. Next.
got Drew Carey coming on there when they were on.
Arnold. At least he eliminated
Number
himself.
1. Very disgusting. I was not watching WCW this time.
I was.
You was.
You was.
You was.
You was.
Oklahoma.
That's the place I want to be.
Oklahoma, where the sun comes. Okay.
I think I almost started singing Green Acres there. The place I want.
Oklahoma was a character from Ed Ferrer.
And for her.
Ed Ferrer, a former WWE writer,
Yep.
who hated Jim Ross. They pretty much hated him and Vince Russo. Hated Jim Ross. So what did they do? They made fun of his Bell palsy. Had this guy be Oklahoma.
Had barbecue sauce too.
He kind of looked like JR, which is sad. You know, cowboy hat, black shirts. Had the
True.
Oklahoma on his shirt. So the
Even
WWF.
had Dr. Death Steve Williams with him.
Even had Dr. Death Steve
Who
Williams
hated
with
it.
him.
But he had to do his job.
But what made it worse is they won the Cruiserweight Championship, completely devaluing what had been a long time WWF's most exciting and greatest division.
Most exciting and legitimate division.
But JR doesn't have any hard feelings. Not too much.
Says he has made amends with both, even inviting them both separately onto his podcast. The Ross Report, check it out.
Yes.
Next.
Very good. Okay, that was it.
Okay.
That was that was the sickest one. I mean, to make fun
That
of
is
somebody,
pretty sick.
to make fun of somebody's illness
That's true.
and uses the character.
That's horrible.
I hated when Vince was doing it to him.
That's true.
He
T-
worked for
Sticking his
Vince.
head, pulling his head
Put
out
him
of
his
his
head
butt.
of his butt, yes.
Horrible. Now we're going to talk about 2 more of the 8 storylines for NXT superstars debuting to the WWE. Ow!
Get off your wrist.
Ow!
What are you, a little girl?
We're going to be talking about Kalisto as the heel luchador.
I would like that.
Okay, sorry.
I would like that.
But he can't be a heel and do the lucha.
No, you cannot. They probably give it a Sin Cara.
Probably. That what?
Oh, I thought you were going to read it since you read the title.
Okay, Kalisto's gimmick would need a few tweaks if he were to be marketed as a heel on the main roster. He's currently holding the tag team championships alongside the decidingly babyface Sin Cara, with the exception of Sin Cara Negro. Let's try and forget that ridiculous feud.
Why can't they both be? Why can't they come in as heels?
It's true. Luchadors are almost exclusively marketed as prima babyfaces by the WWE. Rey Mysterio is one of the few superstars never to have turned heel in the WWE, despite his experience working as a bad guy in WCW's
the
filthy
Royal
animal
Rumble.
stable.
The Royal Rumble, he was a heel.
I'm telling you, a heel luchador would be a breath of fresh air to modern American wrestling if Kalisto were to drop his current brightly colored attire and go back to a look similar to the one above. We don't have the picture, sorry.
No.
He could
Black.
certainly make it work. A simple way of introducing him would be to bring him in with a returning Sin Cara, only for the newcomer to turn on his partner within a few weeks. Put him out of action.
No.
Don't do it.
That's
Don't
too
do it.
quick. That is too quick.
Bring him in.
You
let him
have
get
to.
the tag belts. Do it.
You have to have the people go lucha, 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 and love them, and then turn.
When everybody cares more about Sin Cara than Kalisto, then you turn.
We have to turn to Sin Cara because everybody probably care more about Kalisto than.
That's what. No, don't do that.
Because everybody would hate Sin Cara.
But WWE knows how to twist it to where they make it seem like Sin
Oh,
Cara
yeah.
is so loved.
Oh yeah, definitely. When he gets in with SmackDown a lot, they pipe in the good cheers for him.
Exactly.
When everybody's just letting out this, you're going, how can people cheer when there's nobody's mouth is moving?
Amen.
Like this. Roll your arms. No, when you put your arms down like you
I
just
thought you
did.
should throw my arms.
No, roll your arm like this.
Oh, roll my arms.
Hold them like that, like it's. See nothing. That's SmackDown.
It is right now. I've been to a taping.
It's like, look at cheering. There's nothing happening.
Exactly. Next.
It's Heath Slater. Ah! No, it's not.
Slater, go to baby.
They love the little midgets. Ah!
No, they don't. They try to midget division it. Stunt. Teddy Long, thank you for that.
Number 5, Adrian Neville, bearer of bad news. Bearer
Bearer.
of
Not
bad
pallbearer.
news. Not
Bearer.
pallbearer.
of bad news.
Adrian Neville, despite sitting atop his current roster of NXT champion, not for too much longer. I believe that Sami Zayn will become the champion in December.
Insane.
It is a difficult case to fit in. He has utterly amazed moves he does.
He does.
Red Arrow.
I've seen it live. Script.
And people didn't know who he was, did they?
No, they thought he was Bo Dallas.
Sad.
Yes, it is. Good job.
I lost my spark. He said Bo
probably-
Dallas.
He could probably be. It's the second line.
Okay, he could probably be the best high flyer in WWE. Yes, he could be. Or he was.
Because they don't like high flyers.
They don't.
Could
They
you?
won't have a cruiserweight. They're light division or whatever they want to call it.
Exactly.
You're this and that's it. No mask, we gotta see your face.
It's true.
Because if we can't see your face, I don't know what you're
Nobody will
thinking.
Exactly.
Works for Rey Mysterio though, and Sin Cara, but nobody else.
Weird, huh? Weird, huh?
Oh yeah.
But he seems to like it.
Yeah, he does. He kind of does. He's got his ears stick out like this.
Oh, like a rat.
Which is neck of it.
Got ratty.
But if he has the ears out, he could be evil. Rat man.
Ha! There you go. Him and the guy from Ascension could do it.
It would perhaps be therefore best to bring Neville in under a manager or tag team partner.
It's true.
Somebody who could already talk.
Exactly.
A perfect example would be the current injured Wade Barrett.
And it was Wet Bar.
I could believe it would work.
It was Wet Bar.
Do you not think that would be a good tag team?
Yes.
I'm glad they put Miz. A little bit they put in Miz and Mizdow in the tag team division.
Finally.
That helps the tag team division.
Hey man.
But
return.
upon his return, he could bring Neville along as his protege, send him upon more patriotic members of the roster. Not very many of those. It would be very important to really ramp up the anti-American feeling here. The evil foreigner gimmick is one of the oldest cliques in wrestling.
Cliches.
Sorry, cliches. Not clique.
Can't read. It's okay.
I
But
know.
there's a reason.
But there's a reason.
It continually resurfaces.
Always.
It always generates heat.
Not always.
People love Rusev.
Daniel says it wouldn't be necessary to keep Neville a heel for long.
Wow.
I'll give you a long line, you give me wow.
Wow. Wow.
He can turn on the bird at a critical moment and strike out on his own to be dropped back down to NXT now.
Exactly.
However, are going Superstars for 2 matches.
Yep.
You see the plug they say for Superstars?
What?
What a wrestle match, and I'm going, 2 matches.
They said what?
If you look on the network,
Uh-huh.
999,
Yes.
when they're promoting Superstars, action.
That's all it says.
No, it says other thing, but I call it that. It's a lot of action. I think
No.
2 matches. Not much action.
He does seem to be one of the superstars that it's best to bring in alongside an established wrestler first.
Yes, he does.
Sometimes you got to do that.
You do.
Sometimes you got to do that. That's true. Get him over.
Get him over.
Get him over.
They forgot to do that.
That's true.
They can't get him over.
Get over the hump, like Zack Ryder tried to get over the fence. It didn't work.
But that Ryder's out now. People thought he was quitting the company or getting fired, but he was only
He should quit.
he's
still
only
work-
injured.
He's injured now?
Yeah, Rory Cup.
Oh, well, how's he get injured? He doesn't wrestle.
I guess on a house show where they don't show
Was he
it.
working out or something? Oh, my arm! I just want to stay on contract with Honor. I hurt myself on purpose.
All right.
I know I'm going to get fired. My name is JTG.
What? Next.
Where they'll have him and they know JTG and Florida. So you should have been attacking.
He could come to Combat Pro Sport Pro. I can't say it.
You can't either. You got my tongue disease here.
It's true.
Well, that's it for part 4, folks.
4.
We'll finish up. We'll have some more next week on some more storylines for NXT Stars.
Blast off.
We'll be right back since it is the month of November and Survivor Series is right around the corner. The Thanksgiving weekend tradition.
Amen.
Used to be Thanksgiving Day,
It's true.
and it was Thanksgiving Eve,
It's true.
and then it was just Sundays.
It's true.
And then it's whenever they will find a Sunday in November.
Exactly.
But we're going to be talking about Survivor Series in part 5. And we're going to have the 10 reasons the Montreal Screwjob was his biggest work ever. And that's next. Part 5, right here on Top Road Reality.
Come back. Come back.
John Ray.
Come back. Come back.